So far in season 1, we have found some absolutely fantastic deals on some hardware that we have used to put together some absolutely beautiful gaming PCs. But the deal we're gonna talk about today blows all the other ones away. Now, I don't usually show receipts for the deals that I find, but I was worried that if I didn't show proof of this purchase here, no one would believe that it was true. Now, in front of me, we do have 3 separate computer towers. We have a motherboard and a 3.5-inch hard drive. And if you look inside of this mini ITX case, we get a 500 watt power supply. That's it, just the case and a 500 watt power supply. But if you look inside of this big, beautiful Corsair case, you get nothing. You just get a case. But if we look inside of this case, we get a fully built ASUS ROG pre-built computer. And we also get a B550 motherboard and an 8 terabyte hard drive. And the total price tag? Well, I only paid 200 bucks for all of this. Now, I think that that is a absolutely fantastic deal for the amount of equipment that we are getting, but for today's video, we're not gonna focus on all of this. We are going to be focusing on this ASUS pre-built. So this computer right here actually has an M-ATX motherboard inside of it. It also has a Ryzen 5 3400G processor. It has a GTX 1650 graphics card, a 500 watt power supply, and a 4 terabyte 3.5-inch hard drive. The only thing that this thing doesn't have in order to be a fully functional computer is a CPU cooler and maybe some better RAM. Now, if I were to go ahead and slap a stock AMD cooler onto here, I could probably resell this computer just as it is for around $300, but I don't wanna make $300, I wanna make more like $500, so we need to make a couple changes. Now, all of the items that you see in front of me are going to help transform this ASUS pre-built system and turn it into an absolutely stunning gaming PC that anybody would be happy to have sitting on their desk. And I am absolutely excited to build this PC because I'm pretty sure that this computer right here is going to look absolutely stunning. But before we can go ahead and build that, I did need to remind any new viewers that we build and sell gaming PCs in this series so that we can save up those funds and build an absolutely epic over $3,000 computer that one lucky subscriber is going to have the chance to win. And we are so close to building that system. So we need to make this thing look so good that somebody's willing to pay a ton of money for it and we can get to building that system just a little faster. Now, once we have this computer put together, we will go ahead and test the gameplay on this system, as well as go over the total cost of what it took to build the computer and where we stand in total funds to build that over $3,000 computer that is going to belong to one of you. So let's begin. Now, if you watched that epic montage of this beautiful PC and you noticed that there was something missing, well then you are correct. I was forced to take out this 16 gig RGB RAM kit that I had purchased for this system. And the reason that I had to do that is because the motherboard in here is an ASUS GL10DH. Now, that is a proprietary board for their pre-built computers, and it is factory locked at 2666 megahertz. So no matter what I did, no matter how many different kinds of DDR4 RAM I put in here, you could not get an image. And it's strange because most computers, if the motherboard only supports, say, 2666 hertz RAM, then you can add faster RAM and the system will just automatically scale it back. Not with this system. This system doesn't care. If it's not 2666 megahertz, it's not gonna post for you. And I'm just not willing to buy more ugly RAM. So it's just gonna get the 8 gigs. But regardless of the RAM issues that this system does have, the gameplay we were getting from it was not too shabby at all, getting us a very smooth 61 average FPS in Call of Duty with the settings set at Ultra. With a medium preset in Battlefield 2042, we're able to catch an average of 64 FPS. When I moved into Forza 5 with high graphics preset, we're getting an average of 68 FPS. And to close us out, I wanted to push the system a little bit harder. So I played Gotham Knights, and using their medium graphics preset, we're able to get an average of 58 FPS. I think I need to buy a 3D printer so that I can print anti-sag brackets for these graphics cards. These older cards, the sag on these is fierce. Now, because the original PC that we purchased to make this computer a reality was part of that large bundle deal that came with a whole bunch of stuff, and I only paid $200 for that, I'm putting a value on that original PC of $100. And the 1060 graphics card that we put inside of here, I picked that up for only $60 on Facebook Marketplace. So if you take that $160 and you factor in the amount of money that I spent on the case and the cable extensions and the SSD and all that stuff to make this computer look like this, you come up with a total price of $322. But there is a rebate on this computer, and that is with this graphics card right here. Now, this is a 1650 graphics card that came with that original computer. And because I am not a huge fan of single fan graphics cards, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm gonna list it for 50 bucks and see if anybody wants to buy this thing from us. And then this doesn't cost $322, this costs $50 less than that. I don't want to math right now. Don't make me math. I just built this whole computer. I'm tired. No math for me. Now, as far as the list price for this computer, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on Facebook Marketplace for $500 and see what kind of attention it gets. If it doesn't get a lot of attention, I'll go ahead and lower it a bit, but I think $500 is a fair starting price for this build. Now, when it comes to the total amount of money that we have earned to build the absolutely epic over $3,000 computer that one of you subscribers will have the opportunity to win, last week we were sitting at $1,774 in total bank. And after we factor in how much it cost us to build this beautiful computer right here, we are left with $1,452. But we sold two computers this week. We sold the computer that we built in last week's episode for $700, and we sold that older FX series computer that we built a while ago, and we sold that for $340. So if you take all of that money and you add it into our pot, we have $2,492 in total bankroll. And we are getting so close to building your computer, and we still have two computers to sell. We have to sell this computer right here for $500, and we still have our Frankenstein PC listed for $480. But remember, if you do want a chance at winning the over $3,000 computer that we are going to be building and giving away to one of you subscribers, you do need to be an active member of the PC Rehab Discord server. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link to that server in the description down below. Now, I do have some absolutely amazing builds coming out in the weeks to come, and I am very excited to show those to you, but the one that I am the most excited about is your computer. Because without you guys, this channel would be nothing. And I can't wait to give that system out to one of you guys, and I can't wait for the channel to continue growing so that I can do this more and more often to show how much I appreciate all you guys. But with that being said, no matter where you are in the world, I hope that you are having the most fantastic day, and you better be right here for the next episode.